I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Oh, are you? Dan Aykroyd.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure. But my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Yeah, so I don't take it to someone else to do it cheaper. Oh, that's a less nice reason. I thought he was like, so someone doesn't steal it, like me.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
Yeah,
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Sure. You will assume the consequences. I trust your judgment. The conservative point of view. What do we think? Too conservative.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
Did you see me try to scratch my nose? Yeah, I've said this like 42 times, but I can't move my body at all. Me and Miguel worked out starting Monday. And maybe I mentioned it yesterday too, but it's even worse today. Because we went this morning as well. Like, my pecs are crazy. I literally can't lift like this arm. I can't bend it anymore. I can't bend this arm any more than that. And then trying to lift up my arms. That's about as far as I can go without it like excruciating pain. And then I posted on Facebook that my calves, it looks like I'm walking around in invisible like stilettos or high heels or whatever, because like my calves are like stuck. Do you remember in high school when that happened to me? The same thing. Okay, personal questions. Okay, we don't have any new hints. Okay.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later. Okay,
what do we want to do now? I keep forgetting that we have this spidey sense we can see. Stretching before and after working out, right? Yeah. It's just because I pushed it way too hard. Like, not working out for like over 6 months and then just going back to the... Oh, I saw the post and yeah, I remember. Yeah. It's like worse than that, shockingly. But yeah, I mean, we're stretching. We stretched before the workout tonight. I will admit I did not stretch enough because like afterwards you don't even think you need to. And then this happens. But this always happens to me the first week of working out. I just think I pushed it way too hard this time. Because it's worse than ever.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
This is the most depressing guy in the game, by the way. Okay.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just
I need to get better at that. And I'm
curios,
also,
really.
I need to drink way more
But I'm
water.
sure they can be useful.
This is like the fourth one of these in the past like 4 hours. And it's not enough. Okay, sell. I want to sell him some junk. But yeah, I remember whenever I'd have a break from the gym, then go back to squats, work week, going to the bathroom ever. Yeah, or going downstairs or upstairs. Also, me trying to get on the toilet right now is like me falling on the toilet and almost fucking breaking it. Average resale can be recycled into components. I'm just gonna sell a bunch of crap. Actually, why am I selling it, right? All of these can be turned into components. Why don't I just do that? I'll sell my one item I already sold, but... Yeah, at some point you fall backwards and hope for the best. Yeah, I was worried I was gonna tumble off. It was very scary. In our shower is like up to like my belly button. Like to get into the shower, there's like a bathtub shower combo. And to get into the shower is brutal.
It's locked, all right.
Why do they keep locking the door? I don't like that.
It's locked.
Oh, they're doing weird stuff. Pray the porcelain doesn't break. How do I investigate? Ooh, what's all that? What is that? Oh, that's where I have to stand. I was wondering why they kept locking the door. Let's get outside and explore that. Eh. Right, was that over here? Yes. I didn't even know you could get over here. They're gonna kiss. Please don't kiss. Kiss! Don't kiss.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
What? New hint available. Let's go peek at that. That was a weird interaction. I thought they were gonna kiss and that would have made me very sad. Happy that they didn't kiss, I'll tell you that. Oh yeah, Clay, I don't know, bro, if you like, you know, Battle Royale things, Fortnite, whatever, but Realm Royale looks interesting. It's the Paladin's, like, version of it. And there's, like, spells and stuff. I'm actually thinking about
Good
playing.
evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Not to rub in how awesome my butt is, but this is the best pork I've ever made. That yeah, I'm pretty jealous. I'm pretty hungry. Oh, he tried to kill himself.
Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized
Damn.
here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right, then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case.
I hate that.
Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
You can trust me. I
I'm
won't
very
report
trustworthy.
you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank you then.
Can I
sound
help
very
you
sincere.
in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back that letter, then perhaps we'll talk.
Interesting. Mortimer Goswick's key.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Some intense subject matter in this game for sure.
Doctor.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Your son wished to die, Beatrice. Why did you hide such crucial information?
Are you not aware suicide is a crime? Mortimer could be thrown in jail. I can't let that happen. I won't.
I understand you fear the legal consequences, Mrs. Goswick. But don't you realize your silence significantly affects your son's case?
All my son needs is help and comprehension. Not judgment and punishment for what he may or may not have done.
I hate that you said that. Send the letter into the newspaper to be printed. He was like getting all serious and I'm giggling. 'Cause, yeah, I looked over and saw that. Ridiculous. So how do we do this weird thing again? There's like a menu that shows... Oh, here it is. Okay. Mortimer. Oh, we got his done. Mortimer, okay. We need to figure out who's following her. Clay Cox. We need to get his blade, right? Who are these people? Interrogate Corcoran Tippets about medical error. Oh. Where is he? I want to do that right now, actually. Oh, no, that's Dan Aykroyd. Strickland. Cash. The upstairs. I feel like he's been hiding because I haven't seen him since got this quest. How do I get upstairs? Also, there's a mystery human there. Harvey Fiddick, Goswick, Hooks, Pippa. Where's the stair? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Tippets! Time.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Oh, I hate that he phrased it like that. Oh man, no, I'm gonna bring up how you killed the guy.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake.
At least he's being honest about
That's the
it.
blunt truth.
I think he has to be when I do this question though. The harder they fall.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Anything else? I'll cover for you.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
I hate this. This is like a decision I have to make. I think I can tell this guy. Should I tell the guy? Like the lead guy about him killing that poor gentleman?
Do you need something, Jonathan?
Oh, maybe not.
I have just a few questions.
Then ask away. I'm at your service, Doctor.
Yeah, in this game. Yeah, you can't take back decisions. Oh yeah. I feel it right now.
You mentioned something about a secret society. A brotherhood, if I recall. Could you elaborate?
Certainly. I've been a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole for several years. We are pledged to monitor and report vampire activity in England as impartial scientific observers.
This is like back to that decision, like the philosophy question, like if you would push a person in front of the train to save 5 other people or whatever. Like the doctor killed somebody and I can cover for him and he'll possibly hurt people, but he'll save people as well. If I tell on him, he'll never save people again and never hurt people again. So it's kind of like what makes more sense?
That explains your
it's a
nightly
shitty decision.
wanderings
I hate
about the
it.
docks and the questions you ask.
I feel it wasn't mere coincidence that led us to that part of town. There was something as yet unseen that set those chain of events in motion.
Yet you don't fear me. And still, you know the monster that lurks beneath the civilized surface.
The Brotherhood has studied your kind for centuries. We believe you are as supernatural as a lion is to a gazelle.
Since I'm the one working for you, what should I know about Pembroke Hospital?
Well, for many years, we have been the only medical facility in this part of town that people can rely on. We support the community here, as well as provide health care.
Where do we stand?
Where do we stand today?
Oh, to be honest, we cope on a day-to-day basis. The first wave of the Spanish flu last summer took us by surprise. We lack many of the basic necessities needed.
What do you expect of me?
What we need is hope. You were a soldier. This is a war. This white coat's still a uniform. We fight to help the poor, the sick of the East End, the forgotten.
Since you seem quite the expert on vampires, what could you tell me about my condition and how it came about?
As men of science, our first step is always to start with what we know. Forget the myths, the hackneyed scrawlings, and the penny dreadfuls. They do not scratch the surface of the truth you now find yourself in.
Will the sun
The
destroy me?
sun. The morning following my transformation. Its rays burned me. There was pain, smoke, and my skin blackened.
You will find there is very little that can kill a vampire, my friend. You have been offered relative immortality. The sun will most certainly hurt you, leaving you weakened and damaged, but it will not destroy you.
Oh, interesting.
Must I take a life to live?
You are a vampire. You feed, and blood is the sole sustenance that can sustain your immortal frame. And only a living creature contains the nourishment you require.
I like killing rats. Eating their little bloods.
The man we pursued and slew in the canning factory, William Bishop, I believe, was he a vampire?
He was a Skald, technically speaking. The debate rages as to their classification. Some think them a subspecies of vampire, others something else.
How do Skulls come into existence?
The name means slave. The etymology may indicate that they are a lesser species of vampire. From what I know, vampires tend to despise them.
Oh, really?
Just
Yeah, I
for
don't like 'em.
clarity, what differences are there between myself and a Skull?
A skull is easier to eliminate, Jonathan, even if they remain formidable foes for the unprepared. Vampires... Now, vampires exist beyond the mortal realm.
They're kind of like zombies, right? Darkest Dungeon DLC has a release date now, June 19th. Nice.
The matter of Lady Ashbury's...
I mean, I don't know how many hours this game is, but
I
I'd
know
like
too
to...
much
Maybe
about
I'll
this
do
matter
Darkest Dungeon
already.
during the day.
I'm confident in trusting the interests and reputation of both the hospital and Our Lady into your able hands.
Yeah, play that. Oh, excuse me. During the day, you get caught up and finally beat it or whatever, and then at night I'll play this.
I have met Lady Ashbury.
I like that idea.
She's a fascinating woman, wouldn't you agree?
Be the reason you're...
Is she the true reason you recruited me? To work on her condition and addiction for blood? A part of me is thinking I've been played.
No.
Lady Ashbury is a cherished friend of mine. I would not betray her secrets without her consent. Come to the rescue of a damsel in distress. I ask nothing more.
So funny that you say how many lows could a Rob Lowe rob if a Rob Lowe could rob lows. Because I was thinking of how many exhibits could exhibit if an exhibit could exhibit exhibits earlier. Like, literally like 20 minutes ago. Oh, there's so many other... There's like a million of those, and I love them.
We'll see each other again soon.
Did I really go through all the dialogue?
Do you need some...
The matter of...
I know too much about this matter already. I'm confident in trusting the interests and reputation of both the hospital...
Okay.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
What even made you think of that? Let me take this little note here. Warning letter. Don't pick up this letter. Dear Dr. Swansea, I must inform you of my deepest reservations concerning the Dr. Thoreau Strickland and Harvey Fiddick case. Mr. Fiddick has been hospitalized after a severe work injury. He may permanently lose the use of his arm if not treated adequately. Dr. Strickland claims that a surgical procedure may save the man's arm completely. I say it may also sever its functions for good if complications arise. Our young colleague is an audacious and daring surgeon who might prove a great professional in a few years, but for now he lacks the skills to perform such a risky procedure. Need I remind you of the mistakes he made in the past? Since Dr. Strickland refused to listen to me, I strongly advise you to forbid him to perform such a hazardous experiment. Is that another choice I have to make? Rare species of vampire. As a scholar and exegete of ancestral writings, I would never insist enough about the importance of taking legends and ancient folklores into account when searching for hints about hidden or lost secrets. A common mistake is to take what we know for an established truth and use it to discard any contradictory material. For example, we must consider the possibility of undiscovered species of vampires and the necessity to rethink What we see is the established truth about the various types of immortals, based on what we know and what we gathered through time. For how many centuries did we consider that vampire was the vernacular term for what we had learned to call econ, until the day 4 explorers of the Brotherhood found the proof in Siberia that Volkods were a lupine type of vampire. See, it is a type of vampire. We considered these creatures to be linked to the mythological werewolf. Now we know it is not true. What about the rest? What about the Rakshasa from my homeland? What about the Chinese Jiangxi? Or the Puchin of southern Chile? And without even leaving the beautiful Great Britain, what about the stories about bat-shaped women sometimes seen flying around St. James Church in Louth? I want to be a bat-shaped woman. What about the creature that only identified as a disaster in some obscure testimonies which tried to destroy London? Okay, there's more to it. Which tried to destroy London in 1666 by spreading plague all around the city. What about the Nimrod, the mythical figure of the restless vampire hunter, sometimes described by ancestral British econs as a legendary huntsman who only feeds on his prey's blood and can go unnoticed amongst the mortals and immortals? I tell you, my brothers, we never can be too sure of what we could find if we could, or if only we could forget for a few minutes what we're supposed to already know. You want to be a bat-shaped woman? Must be those Invisa stilettos you're wearing. Yeah, that's what's talking. I'm just a bat-shaped human being that can fly. I mean, no. Like, imagine if the lead character in this game was a bat-shaped woman instead of a man. I'm flying around as a bat-shaped woman constantly. Dear Dr. Swansea, I'll be glad to manage the temporary morgue as soon as it's opened. As I've already told you, I was a doctor during the war, and I will be glad to serve my country again. I know it's not the same being a physician for the dead as it is for the living, but I believe it is important to welcome and take good care of our departed too. Rest assured, I will do my best to fully perform this new duty to the best of my ability. I feel like there's something weird about this guy. Concerning the question of my qualifications, I'm sorry I can't give you anything more valuable than my parole. I swear to you that my regiment made me a doctor during the war, and that I saved many lives. If my word is not enough, you can contact the military administration to verify my experience and skills. They will confirm that even if I never followed any medical studies, the war taught me what a doctor really needs to know. Former Dr. Rakesh. There's something weird about him. I think he's eating little evils or something. Eating little bodies. We don't need that. We have no room for that in our hospital. Actually, maybe it's fine. Because I eat bodies. I eat little rats. See. Okay. Oh, rest to evolve. I can get more stuff. I want to go down here. Oh, actually, can I get more? Oh, I'm running all over the place. I just remembered I have some research I can do. I'm curious if I can get a headache cure and cure our boy. Headache Boy 2000. Over here. Right, I have research. Oh, it's for this stuff, though. Oh, where'd it go? I got a blood sample, didn't I? Maybe you have to get a certain amount. Plain. Watery. Oh, it's an ingredient. Light regeneration. Regenerate 300 health points instantly, then 150. Is that just insane? How much health do I have? Well, you can only have 2 potions. That's dope. How much health do I have? Does it say? Life. Okay, 630. I was like, okay. I know you like building games, bro. You looking to get the new Jurassic Park game next week at all? I was considering it. I'll have to look at it more. Is it like a survival of the forest kind of situation, or is it like the theme park builders Boy Town USA game thing? If it's like a build, like where you're actually like going and building stuff, that sounds interesting to me. And then filling with little dinos, like Ark kind of. Maybe I'd get it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'd get it either way. I have to just look at more. I know you and I spoke about that game like a couple weeks ago. Can I talk to you about more stuff?
Good evening.
I need blood, Doctor. Warm.
Vibrant blood.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Maybe this guy has some more
Good evening,
secrets?
Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Guy all about.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. I feel better already. Can I go soon?
It looks like you actually build it, but I'm not 100% sure. Interesting. Yeah, I guess
Goodbye,
you can
Mr.
leave.
Hampton. We'll talk
Like,
again
I feel
later.
better, I'll leave. Oh, wait. Let me do a little health evaluation.
Hello again, Doctor.
Oh, I can't.
Goodbye, Mr.
Healthy. So he's fine anyway. Level 6 to take him away.
Liars
Yeah.
and thieves, every last one of them.
Stop freaking out, lady. Dang. I can't even talk to her. She likes to walk into stuff weird. Okay, what was I? There was another side quest I wanted to do. Was let's see, what's this? Oh, we already did that. Oh, this one. Yep. Go to Mortimer Goswick's place. How do we track it? F. Okay. Was that the? Is that the 90? Yeah, I think this is it. I remember there were icky bad boys over here, and I don't like them. I've never actually came over here before. He likes to take the path less traveled. Is that a song, Clay? Saying something else. Can I go up on any balconies? I feel like that's an underutilized thing. Oh, there we go. JK LOL. Yay! So this is his place where he tried to hang himself. So, my dear mother, when you find this letter, I'll be gone. I want you to know that I don't leave because of you. I could do it in a British accent. I feel like my British accent is terrible. I leave this world because of the crushing weight that existence puts upon me. These times are too much for me. Sometimes I feel like Baudelaire's verses have been written as an echo from my own heart. When the low heavy sky weighs like a lid upon the spirit aching for the light, and all the wide horizon's line is hid by a black day sadder than any night. It is as beautiful as it is painful, Mother. I can't suffer it anymore. I don't want you to try to convince me, and it will only delay the inevitable. For I would do it again if by any chance you managed to save me once.
In this letter,
Play this all night.
Mortimer Goswick
Yeah, I think
does
I'm going to play
nothing
this for a
to
little
hide
while
his
longer, then go
desire
to bed
die.
because I'm super exhausted
I
from
could give it to his
the
mother,
Leto
but
walking
doing
all
so
day.
would betray his trust.
I was thinking I wanted to get this letter and return it to him, and then I'm probably going to hit the hay. Fertile is the belly. Let's read this. Vampires create their foul progeny with blood. We all know that. Some of us witnessed the process. Did he write this? Oh no. But what is really going on there? Is it the only way for a vampire to breed? Let's review what we know so far. When willing to create a progeny, a vampire will not bite, but give its blood to drink. Most of the victims die when bitten, but some of them survive and turn into leeches themselves. This only happens when they have assimilated the vampire blood one way or another. It is not the predator's bite, but its blood that infects the victim, who will turn if he or she survives the suffering of the metamorphosis. It also seems that a vampire can breed by having intercourse. The vampire mates to produce a child. Sexual intercourse between vampire and human rarely produce any birth, but some of them tried anyway. A vampire gestation is only a few weeks short, and the pain is almost unbearable for the mother, like in what's our favorite movie? Twilight. Oh man. If she is mortal, she will not survive the birth. The vampire comes out of her womb by tearing apart her entrails. Great. If the mother is a blood drinker, it will probably survive and regenerate. The newborn vampire will quickly grow and turn into an adult vampire in only a few months. Apparently that's based on real shit. I knew it, Twilight. I knew you were real.
It's locked, all right.
I want to get in here.
It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right.
Will he give me the key to that safe after I turn his letter in? Front door. Oh, no, it's not. This is the front. Was this locked? Oh, it's a refilling. Yeah, Clay, I absolutely want to play more of Raft because it's been seriously so fun. We could do it tomorrow, like when you get home from work, because we used to play, right, our Thursday old school games. So as soon as you get home tomorrow, just let me know, and then I can close up on this because obviously you'll be late, right? I'll play this. Are these icky boys? I don't like them. I wish you could teleport in more ways. That's alright. Finally turn this letter in. After so long. After running for hours. No. Yay.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
See, when I saw his neck, I thought someone choked him. But yeah,
I have retrieved your letter, Mr. Goswick. I can assure you that nobody read it but me.
Thank you. This is for you, then. For your help.
Key?
And for your silence.
I think you should talk to your mother. It would be good for both of you.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. I'll think about it. Now please, let me be.
Let me ask you a personal question. Oh wait.
I've read your letter, Mortimer. You wrote about an unbearable feeling of despair while the world crumbles around you. Tell me more about it.
There's nothing more to say, really. It's hurtful, it's unbearable, and I don't ask anyone to understand what I feel.
Well, despair is a deadly poison. You're a lucky man. Maybe trying to convince him. He's kind of poetic. Let's do despair is a deadly poison.
Despair is a deadly poison I've tasted myself, sir. We're only tempted to drink it because we're terrified by the uncertainty of the next minute.
I know that perfectly, Doctor. For I waited for so long, hoping that the next minute would be less unbearable.
Oh man. Bad. Yeah, but I don't know if I will be making an extra run. Get back till midnight. Yeah, I mean, just text me. I'll probably, finish up. Like if you're back that late, I'll probably be done.
I have to
here,
go now,
10:30.
But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
And then you can just text me whenever you're home, and if I'm like already sleeping or whatever, then sadly,
Good evening, Doctor.
I'll be asleep.
How is my son doing?
We can play.
Mortimer is extremely vague as to his motivations for committing suicide. Tell me more about what you know.
As you say, Mortimer had no reason to die. All he said to me was that he wanted to make the world a better place, but couldn't.
Why did your son feel so useless when facing the world?
I think it was more that he could only see the melancholy facets of life. He couldn't help but dwell on such things.
What do you think he meant by making the world a better place?
Mortimer has always been a sensitive soul. He wouldn't talk to anyone for months after his father passed.
Oh man.
It's like he carries everyone's sadness with him.
Sucks. I promised I wouldn't tell. I'm afraid if I click this, he'll talk about the suicide note.
Do you realize your son could try to kill himself again? He might succeed next time.
I think about it every minute. But I won't stop fighting for my son's future. That's how much I love him.
You're in denial!
You're right. Your son's death was not fatal. And unlike many on their own, he is lucky to have you by his side.
I can't give up on him. I just can't. I have conceded many times in my life, but giving up on my son is something I am incapable of.
New hint to fill. I don't want to bring up the note. Alright.
Goodbye, Mrs.